All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It is still News Up this beautiful Wednesday morning. We will be taking you straight to Abuja, where we have a guest from Alliance Hospital waiting to bring clarity around some allegations that made the rounds couple of days back. Alliance Hospital is an Abuja-based specialty health center. They've denied an allegation of involvement in alleged kidney transplant activities, describing the report that was released by a few newspapers out there to be, malicious. That's how that's how they put it. So today we are bringing Dr. Otabo Christopher is the medical director of Alliance Hospital Abuja. He's in our Abuja studios. We would like to get clarity of this concern. It's about organ sales saga. Yeah, so good to have you on the show, Dr. Otabo Christopher. So good to have you on News Up.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm hoping I can hear you, but I saw your lips, but I didn't see you, I didn't hear you. Good morning, Dr. Otabo.
Good morning, please. Thank you for having me.
Okay, fantastic. I tried a bit of an intro into why you're here, but I would rather we really hear from you. Where did all this, kidney transplant saga, where did it come from? How did it emanate? What exactly is Alliance Hospital's position to this conversation?
Well, I'd like to thank Silverbird Television for the opportunity to hear our own side of the story. They say that fair hearing is the pillar of natural justice. The news have been going around from Daily Trust newspapers, and they've been enjoying the frenzy and the dopamine associated with it. But I can assure you that they will have their day in court at the right time. When I was growing up as a young boy, whatever I read in the pages of newspaper, I took it as the gospel truth. But any person will do that now at his own risk, because people bring in their perspective and people write based on pecuniary perspective. So I'll just give you a background to what happened. Alliance Hospital, looking at the problem of kidney failures in the country, and the problem was mounting, and is still mounting. People were dying just anyhow because they couldn't muster enough funds to go abroad for transplant. Because to have a kidney transplant, on the average, even in the cheapest country like India, you should be looking at $40,000. In the US and UK, you are talking of over $100 and something thousand. So we thought we could do something about the problem. So we assembled a transplant team. We got some foreigners, and we started in 2017, and it's been quite successful. We've done close to 100 kidney transplants with over 90% success rate. But before we started the program, we looked at the laws that govern the kidney transplant. The main law there is the National Health Act of 2014. It's quite scanty, I must tell you the truth. It just prescribed that a donor must be 18 and above, and that there's no financial consideration to the donor, and just a few other things. So based on the law, we set out our protocol. And part of our protocol is that we ensure that the patient is 18 years and above, and that they are not paid any money for the transplant. And then the patient will also state his relationship, the donor will state his relationship with the recipient. In order to fortify our position, we request that every donor will go to the court to swear an affidavit that will reflect his age, his relationship with the patient, and the fact that he is not under compulsion and that there is no financial consideration.
Okay.
So in May this year, we got a letter from the Commissioner of Police, FCT, requesting for one of my transplant surgeons to come to the police station based on a complaint that was written. Someone wrote a petition. One barrister, Idris Lawal of Idris Lawal Chambers. So we went. In that petition, the petitioner stated that one young guy, Salman Adebayo, was operated in our hospital, his kidney was harvested, and that he's a minor, and that only 1 million naira was given to him. The lawyer was apparently angry that he was paid 1 million naira for kidney transplant. So I went to see the Commissioner of Police. I told the Commissioner that, look, this boy should actually be going straight to jail from here for even admitting that he collected money. So in that petition, they said that one Emmanuel Melody, who is a staff of Alliance Hospital, is the one that lured him to the hospital and that organized everything. In our statement, we told the Commissioner of Police that we don't know any Emmanuel Melody. So the Commissioner of Police set up a crack team of investigation, and they did a fine job. They asked all the necessary questions, and they found us not culpable. First of all, we submitted an affidavit to the police, which stated clearly the young boy in question went to the court and swore that he was above 18 years old, and that there was no compulsion, and that the recipient is his uncle. The police went to the court and they met the lady who administered the affidavit to the young boy, and they agreed. They admitted that yes, the young boy came and he did the affidavit without any compulsion and by free will. The police came to the hospital and checked for our payroll and discovered that that is so-called Emmanuel Melody is not a staff of Alliance Hospital. When they discovered that the petition was baseless, they dismissed the case. They didn't follow up. So 2 weeks or thereabout after, we got a letter from Legal Aid Council signed by one Bakri. He said in the letter that is the Director of Investigation of Legal Aid Council. In that letter, they were requesting that the Alliance Hospital should pay 150 million naira to the young boy and his father for for harvesting his kidney and for psychological stress. I wrote back to the lawyers and I told them that we are not paying a kobo because we have not done anything wrong. And I told them to go to court like they threatened, because they said they will go to court if we don't pay that money in 7 days. But instead of going to court, they invited Daily Trust, and they had a press conference with Daily Trust, and they told Daily Trust all the lies. So Daily Trust came to meet me, the lady, one Sadiq Lamy, and they interviewed me. I gave her all the facts like I'm stating here. She dismissed my facts and went about to write all the rubbish that she wanted to write. and then they published it. So what we found out is that the boy in question is a victim of a shady deal that is going on behind the scene, which is not our business. It's just like you have some young boys, footballers, for instance, they want to play football, and they will bring out an international passport that is showing that their age is probably 20 when they are actually 28. Do you go to the Nigerian Immigration Service to question them and arrest them because someone has falsifies his age? What they do is to present document to the Immigration Service, whether it's fake or not. The Immigration Service is not aware.
I think the picture
so this
is getting
the
a
background
bit more clearer right now, what has transpired. So it's evident that the young man whose organ was harvested is a minor. Is a minor, but was caught up in a cartel.
With the benefit of hindsight, yes, with the benefit of hindsight, they claim now that he was 17 at the time of the harvest, but he swore to an affidavit that he was over 18 by the time of the harvest.
Okay, so that is exactly what it is, and you did say you explained all of this in an interview to the newspaper that published the report. However, they went ahead to publish the side they seem to be appropriate for viewers, for audience.
They literally indicted Alliance Hospital. As I speak, we have instituted a case of defamation against Daily Trust newspaper, and we are making a claim of 3 billion naira because they wrongly accused the hospital of wrongdoing when, first of all, the case is in court and police have done their investigations. They found nothing to charge us for. But they brought in their own mind into it because they were propelled by greed. They requested for 150 million naira from us. We refused to give them that money. Instead of going to court like they said they will, they went to the press. Because they know that there's so much ignorance among the population, they went to the court of public opinion. A lot of Nigerians don't even know anything about kidney transplant. Many Nigerians think that you can just grab somebody and take his kidney at once. See, for that young boy to get to the operation table, he visited the hospital at least 3 times within a period of 1 month. The first time they come, they undergo general tests. The second time they come, they take sample for matching and compatibility. Then the last time they come, they undergo angiography to be sure that the kidneys are okay before they get on admission. It's a strict process. We have protocol that we follow. Whatever happens outside of the hospital is not within the control of the hospital and it's not our business. The so-called Emmanuel Melody, who is not a staff of the hospital, probably got in touch with him and they did whatever they wanted to do. But the recipient presented the young man to us as his nephew. And we did all due diligence.
So he's a relative of the recipient.
It's recurrent.
I was going to ask you that. So he's a relative of the recipient. That's what you say.
Yeah. That's what is on our record. The young man swore in the court that he's going to donate kidney to his uncle who is sick. He even claimed that his parents are dead. Look, there are two desperate people here. There's one desperate person who wants to leave. There's another desperate person who has been promised money behind us, we don't know. So they concoct all the lies to ensure that they fall within the boundaries of our protocol. Like I asked before, if you go to the US Embassy today, you are going to find
the donor, the recipient, or his agent. I didn't get your response there. So, by the records, who made the 1 million naira transfer? The recipient of the organ or his agents?
Thank you. I don't even know anything about 1 million. The police came, they did their own scrutiny of our accounts. They never saw where any money was paid out or paid into us. But the lawyers to this family claimed that 1 million naira was paid to the boy. I don't know how 1 million came about. I know too well that money ought not to exchange hands before transplant. So there's no way I would even know that money was given to the boy and we'll go ahead to do the transplant.
Right, Dr. Tabo, I'm sure
I don't know if
we
you
have
get my
brought
point.
about clarity. At least Alliance Hospital has explained to Nigerians their side of the conversation, of the issue. I'm happy you did say you have instituted a legal a suit against the print media being involved in this whole conversation. So we'll wait to see how the court will interpret all that has happened so far. And if possible, we just might have to invite that print media also, or probably get their side of this conversation going forward. But anyways, thank you so very much, Dr. Otabo Christopher, Medical Director, Alliance Hospital, Abuja. Thank you for the clarity that you've brought about this issue.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And I think the message is clear here, and the lessons are also very clear here. Just maybe, hospitals should begin to do a bit more due diligence. Just maybe, though it is not supposed to be in their prerogative here, but then just maybe to avoid issues like this. And then we understand the law around organ donations, that there shouldn't be any monetary allocations to issues like that. And you must be above 18 years, and then you must also be a relative of a proposed recipient. These are what the law does say around them, even though we are really very quiet about it in Nigeria, but that is the international practice.